What is going on, internet world? My name is Tommy. You probably know me as Ribbit, and I'm your coach of the Atlanta Braviaries, the highest flying, flyest looking team on YouTube. And we are here with our 9th and final regular season battle in the ISL against Coach Pollux ex-Blue in the Ohio State Decidueyes. It's going to be an amazing match. Welcome to the workshop. Alrighty guys, we are here breaking down our matchup for our Week 9 battle in the ISL against the Ohio State Decidueyes and Coach Pollux ex-Blue. This is going to be a really great match. Last match of the season. Right now we're leading the division. It's a really close race for the top seed against King Darthur and the Brisbane Blastoise who we played earlier in the season. So if we win this match, we get the top seed and secure our first round bye. We also have 2 Pokemon in the top runnings for the kill leaderboards. Windshew the Skarmory, he was overtaken by Garchomp from another team, and then Thundersnail the Gastrodon is also sitting at 6 kills. So I'm hoping that I can get one of those guys, keep Skarmory in the top 3, maybe try to get him the number one position, maybe try to get Thundersnail in the top 3 as well. But our main goal, obviously, for this match is to win, hold on to our number 1 seed, and keep our first round bye, because that would be huge. So with all that said, let's hop into this match breakdown. His first Pokemon is Gliscor. Gliscor is a really big, bulky, obnoxious, grounded flying type with the Toxic Heal ability. Earthquakes hit really hard. He can run stuff like Swords Dance to boost that up with Facade, obviously, because he's going to be Toxic Orb, Poisoned. It's so good. It can pivot with U-Turn. It can set Stealth Rocks and move them with Defog. It can just do so much for any team. It can be physically offensive. It can just be like big and bulky in the physically defensive side or especially defensive side. It just does so much for every team. I do have some decent answers to it this week, especially stuff like Skarmory. I can't really touch it, so Gliscor I definitely think is a maybe, but it's so good in every matchup. Next up, Primarina, such an amazing mon. Water and Fairy type, runs Choice Specs incredibly easy. Hydro Pump, Moonblast, Energy Ball, Psychic, Ice Beam, Shadow Ball. It just gets so many good moves. It can flip turn out for momentum. It can also run Calm Mind with stuff like Substitute and Draining Kiss. Run big bulky sets. It does get stuff like Whirlpool, Perish Song, which is really scary. But in this match, again, just a Choice Spec set. It's just so easy every week. Stuff like Hydro Pump, Moonblast, Energy Ball, maybe Ice Beam, something like that just kind of shreds my team, because Gastrodon, well, it'll absorb those big Hydro Pumps. Moonblast just kind of wrecks it, and obviously so does Energy Ball. So I really got to watch out for Primarina this week. I hope he doesn't bring Choice Specs. I don't know how much he's been bringing specs for him, but it certainly is a hassle, and I really hope it doesn't come. Next up is Cobalion. Cobalion's a really cool, versatile, stealing fighting type, which is a great typing. It's got good moves and stuff like Iron Head, Close Combat. It can Volt Switch out for momentum, which is pretty cool. It can set Stealth Rocks. It can also get moves like Stone Edge just for coverage. Sacred Sword is a cool move to cut through something like an Iron Defense and Skarmory, because it ignores stat boosts. It can Sword Stance up, which is really scary. It can also Calm Mind up with stuff like Flash Cannon, Focus Blast. So Cobalion, a really scary mon. Again, doesn't do a whole lot of stuff like Skarmory and Gastrodon, so again, it's a maybe bring. I would probably expect maybe like a Stealth Rocking variant with Volt Switch, just a bulky support mon. If he brings it this week. Next up is Crobat. Crobat's a really cool, fast, poison and flying type. It's very versatile. Again, it can run stuff like Choice Band with big Brave Birds and U-Turn out, and like Night Slash and all that. It can also run special sets with Nasty Claw. It does get stuff like Hurricane, Heat Wave, Giga Drain, all of that, Sludge Bomb. And then it's just a really great, fast, bulky, like support mon with stuff like Defog, Super Fang, Roost, can U-Turn out, as I said. So Crobat probably comes this match. It's really good. I definitely think a Nasty Bat set is probably coming this week. Stuff like Hurricane, Giga Drain, Heat Wave. That does a whole lot against my team, and I don't have super good revenging options for it. So we'll see how that plays out. Next up is Gourgeist. Gourgeist, I believe he gets all 4 forms in this league. It's a really cool, versatile grass and ghost type again. If he's running like Gourgeist Super, it's very physically defensive, based on 122 defense. Big power-ups hit really hard. He can Poltergeist, he can Will-O-Wisp, he can set Trick Room for something else like Primarina, or just to be offensive with his own moves. He does get stuff like Rock Slide for added coverage. And it's a really good mon. I gotta see what Gourgeist it is if he brings it. I think he's got some better mons this week. And again, stuff like Skarmory kind of shuts down Gourgeist, so hopefully he doesn't bring it, but if he does, I gotta be careful of it. Next up, Armaldo, a very bulky rock and bug type. It's a great hazard setter with stuff like Stealth Rock. You can also remove with like Heavy Duty Boots and Rapid Spin, which is really good. It can Aqua Jet, does get the Swift Swim ability, but he doesn't have any rain, and I wouldn't expect a rain set. But otherwise, Armaldo maybe comes just for hazard support. I doubt it. He's got some other monster folded slots this week that I think are better. Next up is Mega Kangaskhan. Mega Kangaskhan is a huge threat. No seismic cost, obviously, but it is still really, really good. Using moves like Power Up Punch to get a Sword Stance off effectively. It does get other good moves like Body Slam, Thunder Punch. You can run Rock Slide for some clinching shenanigans. And it's a really solid mon. Again, Skarmory kind of shuts it down, so I don't know if he'll bring that. Something like a Rocky Helmet Skarmory would do a whole lot of work this week. Next up, he's got Latias, a very bulky and versatile Dragon and Psychic type. Runs a lot of sets really, really well. Choice Spec, Choice Scarf, Calm Mind 3 attacks, bulky Calm Mind with Roost and Volt Beam. It does so much. It can run like Weakness Policy, Restored Power. It just does, again, so many things for his team. I got to scout out what kind of Latias he is this week. I would probably expect Latias to come this week. It does a good amount for his team, especially with its speed here and dual stab. You can run like Draco Meteor, Ice Beam, and that hits pretty much like everything on my team. You can run Energy Ball for Gastro, maybe something like Mystical Fire for Skarmory. So Latias, pretty scary, but I got to watch out for it. Next up is Alone with Muck, which is 100% coming this week. Very bulky, very specially defensive, and a great Assault Vest user. Poison and Dark type. Runs moves like Poison Jab, Knock Off really well with the Poison Touch ability. Does get other moves like the Elemental Punches, Rock Slide, and Shadow Sneak, which is something I got to watch out for. And Muck is 100% coming. It's his best answer to stuff like Blacephalon and Indeedee. It also does good work against like especially offensive Hydreigon, Raikou as well. It's a great special wall that takes on a bunch of my main like threats. So it's totally coming. I got to play around. I have a pretty cool idea as to how to get rid of it. So next up, Jolteon, again, a very fast offensive electric type. Not the best move pool, but stuff like Thunderbolts and Volt Switches hit really hard. You can use moves like Hyper Voice and Shadow Ball. So Jolteon, again, I don't think it comes just because I have a really reliable check to it in Gastrodon. You can't really touch Gastrodon because it doesn't get Grass Knot, and obviously you get power. He could bring something maybe like a fast wishing set if he's worried about that. But otherwise, I think he's got better mons. And then his last mon is Magmortar. Magmortar is really cool, bulky fire type. It can Thunderbolt, Fire Blast, and it's like stuff like Earthquake. So again, Magmortar, it's got some good viability in this match. It'll take on stuff like Skarmory pretty well. But again, Gastrodon shuts it down. I don't believe it gets Grass Knot. I'll have to double check. But Gastro is a pretty reliable check to it. If he's feeling really cheesy, he can run something like a sub Belly Drum set, as it does get both of those. But otherwise, that's his team. So let's hop into what I am bringing this match. Like I said, Skarmory, he's so close to the kill leader, to the top of the kill leaderboards. And as well as defensive Skarmory does in this week, I have a feeling that offensive Skarmory is going to be really, really cool. So I'm running a weak armor Sword Stance Skarmory this week with the Sharp Beak and Brave Bird, Drill Peck, and Roost. This set, I think, is going to be fantastic. I really have high hopes for this. He only has one flying resist on his team, and it's Jolteon. And Jolteon doesn't want to take a +2 or +4 Brave Bird. I don't really need coverage, so Drill Peck is there in case I don't want to take Recoil from Brave Bird, and I don't need the extra damage. And both of those are going to be boosted by my Sharp Beak. I can Sword Dance safely in front of something like Gliscor, Cobalion if he doesn't have Volt Switch, something like Gourgeist, or non-special Crobat. I can Sword Stance up pretty freely in front of a lot of things and try to get a weak armor boost off. And with some chip to stuff like Primarina and Muck and Jolteon, this thing kind of goes ham. So I really hope it works. I want to get a couple kills with it just to try to propel Skarmory back up to the top because I think it would be hysterical. Because one of the guys in the upper division, he threatened the dissolution of the lower division if Skarmory was the kill leader. So I'm here to just melt this whole thing down with Windshear over here. So will it work? I hope so. But again, it could go horribly wrong. But either way, it'll be incredibly funny. I forgot to do the thing. Well, there's Windshear. And then next up, the flying type pair. We got Serendipity for the Togekiss. Just running a standard Serendipity set this week with the heavy duty boots. Air Slash, Thunder Wave, Roost, and Defog. Max HP, a good amount of special defense on there, and just enough speed for Timid Primarina. Air Slash is really good for like spamming. Like I said, he only has one flying resistance with Jolteon. So this is just good for flinch axing some stuff. Thunder Wave is good for controlling some speedy stuff, maybe like Crobat. Primarina if he's like Choice Scarf or Mega Kangaskhan. Roost just for longevity. Defog for any hazards he sets with something like Armaldo or Cobalion. Next up, Euphonic the Raikou coming back with another Choice Scarf set this week. Thunderbolt, Scald, Shadow Ball, and Volt Switch. He doesn't have super reliable answers for these three moves. Thunderbolt looks really, really good to hit stuff like Primarina and Crobat. Scald is obviously there for Gliscor, and then Shadow Ball is there for Latias. Volt Switch just for letting me pivot around his team. And obviously, he can make some predictions. Muck is pretty safe against this thing. And I just got to make sure I don't lock into Thunderbolt against something like Gliscor, which would give him a free opportunity to do something. But this is just a really good option to outspeed something like Crobat, outspeed something like Choice Scarf Cobalion, which is pretty viable, or Choice Scarf Latias. So Euphonic, I hope he does some good work in the early game, just getting me in a good position to maybe try to get in this Skarmory. Because, like I said, Gliscor is a pretty reliable check for this thing. So maybe I can predict Gliscor coming in, get a double into Skarmory, maybe he facades into Wind Shear, and I can get the double boost off, which would be pretty powerful. So Euphonic, he should do some good work this week. Next up, Renata the NDD coming back with a Choice Spec set. Expanding Force, Dazzling Gleam, Trick, and Calm Mind. He doesn't have good answers to Expanding Force this week, except for Muck, obviously. So my plan, Muck just comes out on this thing immediately 100% of the time when he sees it coming into the field. So I can trick my Choice Specs on it. He's not going to want that at all unless he's some like cheesy special set, which I have seen in the past, but I don't expect it this week. And then I'll probably get an Assault Vest, so I won't be able to Calm Mind up. I can just spam Expanding Force and Dazzling Gleam. If I get something else, maybe like Black Sludge, I can start Calm Minding. That would let me do a lot of work against something like not speed invested Gliscor. It'll let me hit Primarina really hard. And so besides obviously Muck and Latias, which I have Dazzling Gleam for, E-Force is just like super spammable, especially when I have Psychic Surge up. So hoping Renata does some good work again. She hasn't really come a lot this season, and I wanted to give her another go. Next up, Thundersnail, the Gastrodon. He's coming back. He's out for blood, rocking a Rindo Berry, specially defensive set with Storm Drain. I got Earthquake, Ice Beam, Recover, and Amnesia. I have enough special defense on here so that an Energy Ball from non-specs Modest Primarina doesn't do half with my Rindo Berry, and that'll give me an opportunity to get up to an Amnesia, and that'll be a +2. It'll do the same amount, so two Energy Balls in that scenario won't kill me. I can try to start like getting multiple Amnesias up. It's a cheesy situation, but I don't really have good answers to Primarina, so hopefully he's like specs. I can predict like an Energy Ball and go into Togekiss instead and not waste this thing. But Earthquake and Ice Beam hit pretty much everything really hard. Recover just for longevity, and Amnesia for some cheese. And then last but not least, we got Kiall the Hitmontop coming back with a Rocky Helmet, Intimidate set, Close Combat, Triple Axle, Rapid Spin, Toxic. A good amount of bulk on here, enough speed for uninvested Magma Mortar. Close Combat plus Axle hit pretty much everything hard. Rapid Spin is there for removing hazards. And then Toxic is going into something like Primarina, which switches in fairly safely on this thing. I have enough bulk on here so that Jolly Max Attack Mega Kangaskhan doesn't 3-shot me with, or maybe it doesn't 3-shot me, yeah, with Body Slam. So Kiall's looking good. Triple Axle is super spammable in this match. I wanted to bring Technician, but I just really need the Rocky Helmet plus Intimidate for Mega Kang because I'm bringing offensive Skarmory, and if he like Fire Punches into me, that would be pretty bad. So that's the team we're rocking with. Let's hop into this match. Alrighty guys, we're about to hop into this match against Pollux X Blue and the Ohio State Decidueyes. You can see the 6 I expect them to bring up on the screen. Gliscor, Primarina, Cobalion, Crobat, Muck, and that Latias. You've seen the 6 I am bringing this week and why I am bringing them. And I really want to win this. I really want Skarmory to get some work, but honestly, I'm just looking to have fun. This has been a great season. I want to cap it off in style, so let's get going. Okay, we do see Jolteon and Gourgeist and Mega Kang. What do we not see? No Muck is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Well, I'm probably just going to lead in DD then and try to do some stuff. Crobat doesn't come either, which is rad. Don't have to worry about Nasty Bat and no Cobalion. No Cobalion's interesting, but I'm very interested as to why Jolteon came because Gastro eats hits from that thing for days. Gourgeist as well, and then Mega Kang. Mega Kang again. Interested as to what you're going to do, bud, because, I mean, my Hitmontop set as well as my regular Skarmory would wall that thing. So, honestly, Renata is an incredibly strong lead, unless he leads something like Specs Latias or Mega Kang. But Mega Kang I have super easy switch-ins too, so I'm just going to lead Renata and try to smack something immediately. I have no reason not to since that Muck's not here. And getting damage on anything, something like Assault Vest, Latias, which, I mean, I don't really know what his switch-in is to this. He might be bulky Mega Kang with like a Wish Passing set, maybe like Thunder Wave, Fire Punch, and something else. He leads Jolteon. Okay, well, I'm just going to fire off E-Force, see what exactly you're going to do. Yeah, if he specs Thunderbolt will do a decent chunk, but he can just Volt Switch out, but I don't really know what he's got for this. So let's click the funny move. Volt Switch, 44. So he's not. He's probably like Expert Belt or something of the sort, maybe like Boots or something, but he's not Specs. Free Marina comes out. Bonk. Yeah. These leftovers. Click it again. Bonk. Well, there goes Free Marina, so I don't have to worry about that. Hard Nikial here. This is my play. See what he goes for. He's gonna go for a crunch. I'm gonna eat that up for days. He's gonna take some nice helmet chip. He probably goes into Latias here or Gliscor, so I'm just gonna fire off a nice triple axle. If he stays in, then cool. Gets more helmet chip. Goes off a wish, also cool. But this should probably dent something coming in. He could also go into that Gorgeist, but again, all right, Latias comes in. Let's see how much he takes from Axel. 12 is the first one. Yeah, it's big damage. Attaboy Kial, would it be? Don't see leftovers. The amount that took, this has to be offensive. Oh, he could have Expanding Force on Latias. That'd be pretty scary because I don't have a Dark type. So, let's see how much Togi takes. Well, I'm just going to go into Togi because this is my Latias answer. If he goes for Ice Beam, immediately. Cool. If he goes for Expanding Force, just Psychic. I eat that for days. Jolteon probably comes in here. So I'm just gonna Psychic did good chunk. I am pretty bulky. Psychic did 25, so he's either uninvested. That looks like a max uninvested, or he's like a little bit invested but not max. So he's probably either gonna go into Jolteon here or go into Gliscor. So I'm just gonna fire off an Air Slash, see what he does. Jolteon, our Gliscor comes out. Does a decent chunk. He's gonna get his Toxic Orb off. And I think this is the point. Jolteon's still too healthy to pull the trigger. So I'm going to go into Renata. I mean, actually, if he were to like Earthquake or something, Renata would get chunked. But I'm pretty fast, so I'm gonna go into Renata and just try to put on more pressure. If he kills me for whatever reason, knock off. Yeah. Sad. Alright, well that was a misplay. But I'm gonna go into Winchu here and try to do some cheats. Let's do this. If he goes hard into Jolteon, that's fine because I still have Gastro sitting there. I forgot this thing got knock off. That was my own fault. He's gonna stay in. He's gonna knock off. I lose my Sharp Beak. That kind of stinks, but I'm gonna get my Weak Armor off. And I'm gonna click Swords Dance again, and then I think I'm gonna be in business. Let's see what he does. He's gonna set his rocks. All right, come on, Windshear. He's sitting right here for you, big man. All right, I'm at plus 4, +2. Come on. I want this. -1 defense, I'm okay with that. I lost my Sharp Beak, which is bad. I don't think it's gonna matter. Gliscor, he did with Knockoff. Let's see how much. Knockoff that did a lot. He's invested, which means he doesn't have defense. Let's see, a +4 Brave Bird is gonna kill. Click the move. He goes hard into Latias. Bonk, dead. That's one. Windshear's on the board, let's go. Jolteon comes out. Oh no, he could be Choice Scarf, and it's gonna outspeed me and kill me. No! He's definitely Choice Scarf. It's so depressing. Alright, well, I'm just gonna play it safe and just go into Gastro. If I see something that's not Choice, if he's not Choice Scarf, I will cry. But it kind of works, so that's a win for me. I'm just gonna fire off an Ice Beam. He's gonna go into Gliscor. He's gonna take a lot from that. I'm just gonna click it again. He can Roost, play that game, but I can just start MVGing up. And at that point, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but click Ice Beam again. If he wants to Roost, that's fine. But I am so sad. Dang it. Scarf Jolteon. If that wasn't Scarf Jolteon, I'm literally going to cry. Because Windshear would have just gotten 5 kills. He got 1. So if Garchomp doesn't do anything, he's going to at least tie. And I think for differential, he would win. Gourgeist comes in. He's going to frisk my Rindo Berry. That's totally fine. He takes a butt ton from that. Here's the thing. Do I go back into Windshear? If he were to Willow, that'd be terrible. But I'm going to go into Serendipity and see what he wants to do. I can defog these rocks away. He's going to go for Seed Bomb. I'm just going to defog. If he wants to stay in, that's fine. Go for something like Rock Slide. But that, I think, is Gourgeist Small, which is the speedy one. So, but if I can get back into Skarmory, I'm going to do it. I'm in a pretty commanding position right now. He now knows my Skarmory cheese though, so I can't actually do anything until that Jolteon is gone, which is really sad, but he goes for Poltergeist. That does a lot when he fog the rocks away. But at this point, Skarmory is incredibly safe because I did lose my Sharp Beak, so Poltergeist won't do anything. If he wants to go for another move, if he goes for Willow now, that's a great play, but I'm just going to go into Skarmory and Roost up, so he'll go into Jolteon again. Or if he doubles out into Jolteon now, great play. But I think this should be my play. I am still a Skarmory, so this thing shouldn't be able to touch me. So, oh my god. If that Jolteon I learned isn't Scarf post-game, I'm literally going to win. But it's still almost instant, which is the funniest bit. So Skarm's going to come out here. He's going to go for Poltergeist. That's not going to work, and I'm just going to Roost up here as he goes into Jolteon. Yep, that's fine. I just want to preserve Wind Shear. Hard back into Gastro we go. If he doubles back out, that's totally okay. I can go hard back into Wind Shear on either of the other two things coming out and start whittling this thing down. He's going to go for Shadow Ball. That's not going to do anything. And I'm just going to fire off my speed. He can go into Mega Kang, but I have super easy switch into Kyall after that. So poor Renata, she's just sitting there dead because I sent her into a knockoff. That's my own fault, but Thunder Snail. All right, here's the thing though. Thunder Snail is also sitting in a position to get some kills, which would be pretty funny. Okay, wait. So here's the situation. If he goes for a move, he's gonna Parental Bond, which means I'm gonna get 2 weak armor boosts. So, and that would definitely let me outspeed Jolteon, even Choice Scar. And it would just be a matter of whether a +2 Brave Bird would do enough, and I don't think it does. Oh, that's so sad. All right, well, I'm just going to go into Kyall here. This is a super safe play. I can just fire off an Axel. He's going to go for Power Up Punch. He's going to take some nice Helmet Chip. And I'm just going to click Axel. He'll probably kill this thing. If he stays in and goes for anything if he stays in and goes for anything else, he'll die to Helmet Chip. If he switches into Gourgeist, he'll die to Triple Axel. Jolteon will take a lot, so Kyall's going to pick up a kill, it looks like, if I hit my Axels. 1, 2. Alright, well, Gourgeist is gone. I am sad. I am so very sad. Skarmory was so close. Alright, Jolt comes out. Hard back into Gastro. Hyper Voice, that's 20. I'm just going to recover up here. It does a lot. So Gastro, wait, real quick here. So I think Gastro is gonna, this will be, alright, well I'm just gonna sit in here and click EQ. Gonna go for Drain Punch? Okay, well. Yeah, it doesn't do nearly enough. I'm gonna go into Wind Shear and try to get him the last kill. Because he's got Punch, Power Punch, Drain Punch. Yeah, I'll just go into Wind Shear and try to get him the last kill. Drain Punch. Alright, that does a decent chunk, but weak armor. Right, I forgot. Well, actually, it's gonna depend on how much Mega Kang takes from this Brave Bird. Because I am at -2. This should kill, I think. Brave Bird. No! I'm gonna lose Skarmory! Oh, he went for Power Up Punch instead, just kidding. Oh, God! If he has Sucker Punch, I'm gonna lose Wind Shear. I'm just gonna click Roll Back. Please don't have Sucker. Yeah! Wind Shear got the last kill! Alright, well, I think that puts Wind Shear into #1 position. I think. I didn't get as many as I wanted, but GG's. Wind Shear did some good stuff. So did Gastro. I think that might get Gastro into the top 3 as well. But we're going to finish off with a lot. Oh, man. That's what I call a riveting win. That's a riveting season. Great season this for the ISL. Great people we played with and against. So thank you guys so much for watching. see you guys for ISL playoffs. That'll be coming next week. Love you all. See you next time.